777.
Right, so now a few words on the lodge idea, right? The idea of the lodge. So you know what I mean, the Masonic lodge. So you have this lodge idea, right? And you have a lot of things about in a lot of ideas circulating about how it's like a womb idea, like a little womb or something, you know, which can make a bit of sense because like if you take the idea of like the mother goddess idea and the many bosoms and the many sort of like breasts or ovaries or whatever they all seem like weird, they all seem to be jumbled together and that, right? That's one idea, but there's another aspect of it, right, which is the hunting lodge, right? The hunting lodge and that, right? So the hunting lodge idea, right? So you've got Diana, the goddess of the hunt, right? The huntress and all that, and you've got the lodge, which is like comes from the Royal Hunting Lodge idea, right? So when you've got the idea of this Cain and Abel, right, within the masonry, like the brother and his own brother sort of thing. You know, like the dual idea of 1 minute doing good for the brother and then slaying them idea, you see. So it's like this is the front of charity and seeing this is where a lot of people go, like for example you get the shills on YouTubes and that, and a lot of them go into the idea, right, which tells me that they're basically themselves masons and that, right, which would be the literal murder type of idea, you see. Because this is a big idea within this masonry, probably a secret idea, is the difference between the literal murder and the spiritual murder, see. So when these shills and that are trying to, like, you know, tie this thing in with like literal murder, right, that's you know, that's on behalf of the masons type idea, see what I mean? Because what we're talking about is spiritual murder, see. And I think Dave Johnson done some talks on it and all that, you know, the idea of the spiritual murder and that. And there's the difference, say, between the literal, the way it's interpreted literal, and the interpreted spiritual, see. An idea of the spiritual, like in the day's society and that, right, they can, if the word spiritual is mentioned, it's automatically good, see, like it's automatically thought of as good. Oh, spiritual, oh, great, you know what I mean? Like this type of new age thing, which is in itself like Eastern Masonry influence, see what I mean? So like, but the thing about it, see, is the spirit, like you're in the Bible and that, there's plenty of stuff written about evil spirits and all this, see. That seems to have been largely forgotten about, like by the new interpretation of like the spiritual idea, you see. So what we're talking about is literal and spiritual murder, and the difference between, see. So you can interpret the Cain and Abel thing, right, as like he spiritually slayed his brother, see what I mean? He spiritually slayed Abel, you see. See, or you can interpret, like I say, a lot of the shields are trying to put about the idea of like literal, which that gives like credence to the ideas of war and that like, you know, and as we know that war is a hoax and that, see what I mean? Yeah. So these ideas of the literal interpretation and that sort of lends credence to the war ideas and the ideas of like, you know, like the killing babies and you know, like the example, the difference between literal sacrifice and spiritual sacrifice, see, is massive because they're completely the opposite things. See what I'm saying? The idea of the literal sacrifice, see, is something 100% like the opposite way to the spiritual sacrifice idea used by these masons. See what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. A few words on that. See, the lodge idea being the hunting lodge, right, for the spiritual hunt. See, as opposed to the literal hunt. You know, like they've made like a lot of films in that. The Most Dangerous Game or something. See, is this idea, this famous book and story and film and that. See, the Most Dangerous Game. See, where they hunt men through, you know, through a jungle or something, to hunt men or something. See, and see what I mean? So this is the idea of the hunting lodge. See, the lodge idea. See. where, I mean, obviously, like, you got the idea of the Lord in there as well, like the law and order idea, I say. See what I mean? So there you go. The difference between literal and spiritual. See.